I'm sorry, it was 50?
Yes, 50.1.
Okay, awesome. What was the FSH this time?
The FSH was 7.79.
7.79?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Hi! Thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If this is your first time here, I am a 46-year-old single woman attempting to have a baby with the assistance of reproductive technology. Welcome! And if you're a returning visitor, welcome back. Okay, so how is my blood work looking?
Your blood work looks great. It's at baseline. So the next steps are they're going to start the letrozole tonight. You're going to be taking 5 milligrams, which is 2 pills every single night for the next 5 consecutive days.
Okay, awesome. What was the FSH this time?
The FSH was 7.79.
7.79?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, right? First and foremost, let me say, God is good. I'm not even super religious, but it could only be God, right? Or God helps those who help themselves. I definitely put in work this last cycle to get ready for this cycle, and I am so happy that it paid off. I want to quickly recap some of the changes that I made. Some of the changes that I made, I added Vitex. The liquid Vitex. So I was already taking the tablet. If you watched my supplement video, I added this. It's not that yummy. It's black. And it's actually not as bad as my herbal remedy that I get from the acupuncturist, which just tastes like dirt. But it's not pleasant. So I usually take it in the morning when I'm doing my wheatgrass shot. I do this first and then I follow it with the wheatgrass shot as a little chaser, and then I do it again in the evening. So I time it when I take my Chinese medicine. And then I upped my Ubiquinol. I'm way far. I don't know if you guys can see that. I've talked about this extensively. So CoQ10, the most absorbable form is the Ubiquinol. I have been taking 300. I upped it to 600. This last cycle that I set out in preparation for this. Now I'm taking 900, so 3 of these tablets a day in coordination with my Femera/letrozole. So, meaning cycle day 3 through 7, as I'm taking the Femera, I'm also taking an extra Ubiquinol. So that's 3 a day, gets me up to 900 milligrams. And then I added this back. It is royal jelly, bee pollen, propolis, hopefully I'm saying that right. And I had taken it out before. I mentioned it in my prior video where we went on the walk and I kind of highlighted some of this. But so I added it back. I think this also helped. Royal jelly helps the queen bee make all those eggs. So I was like, at this point I don't have anything to lose. So I tried it. I added it back. And I don't know if that solely is the reason why my FSH dropped, but it definitely was a contributing factor. Other things that I did, I think I mentioned them in the walking video, but one thing I didn't mention was the fertility massages that I added and castor oil pack. Tasha Take a Timeout has a great video she's here on YouTube on fertility massages, so I took a look at that with castor oil. And then I couldn't find one video on just how to do the castor oil packs. And so I asked a couple people, and all of you ladies were very helpful who I reached out to and giving me information. Thank you for that. I reached out to ladies on YouTube as well as on Instagram because I wanted to make sure I was doing it right. And so I think I'm going to do a video on the castor oil pack, just so it's all in one place. If anyone else is coming behind me and needs help on how to do it, they will have a resource. So look out for that shortly. But yeah, so I added the castor oil pack. I added the fertility massage. What else did I do? The visualization and the meditation. And I started going to bed with one of the guided meditations or guided visualizations in my earbuds on my iPhone, so I just would play it as I slept. And so obviously the first part of it, you're kind of conscious and then you're asleep. But I figure my therapist had said our dreams are a way for our subconscious to speak to us. So I figured, while my subconscious is speaking to me, let me speak to it. And so I put the earbuds in. And I slept with those. So I think that I felt more rested when I woke up. So I don't know if I imagined it or if it's real, but I definitely felt a difference. So, you know, I'm just telling you what I did differently. Please don't take this as gospel or that it will work for you, but this is definitely what helped me lower my FSH. So yeah, that's where we are in the cycle, and I am continuing my pomegranate juice, taking that. I started that on cycle day 2, and eating really well, exercising. I went out for a walk earlier, unloaded the groceries. You've probably already seen those videos by the time this one comes out. Anyway, I've been busy. I've been busy taking care of myself, getting my house in order, you know, physically, mentally preparing myself for carrying a baby and delivering and bringing home a healthy, happy baby. Yay! So, big sigh of relief that we're moving on to the next phase. A little odd that they're moving up my scan and trigger day. The nurse didn't really have a clear explanation, if you heard on the tape. And I don't know, I think she's incorrect when she's saying take the trigger shot with me to the appointment for the scan, but I'll take it anyway. But usually it's 24 to 36 hours before, so if I'm having my IUI on Sunday, it doesn't make sense to trigger on Friday morning at 7 o'clock, assuming I get to that appointment on time. If I'm going to have but anyway, I'm going to follow directions. I think she just reads from a paper. She doesn't have, I don't know. So I will take it with me. And then, yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. So I have a good feeling about this one, and I haven't said that about any other cycle. And maybe it's the positivity of like claiming it and saying this is what I want, or I don't know what it is, but there's something different going on within me physically and mentally. I think this is it, guys. I think this is it. So I'm going to keep up the good work. I'm going to continue the yoga, continue the walking, continue all the great food and the supplements, and, you know, let it do what it do. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you think it would be useful for anyone else, please remember to share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And remember to click on the little notification bell. You'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Thanks for checking in on me. Let me know how you are doing. Drop it in the comments below. I love to hear updates from all of you guys. Baby dust to you all. Bye.